Hi, Scorpio. My name is Darlene Dotson, and welcome to your Destiny of Truth for November 2020. On the 1st, we start the month off with our second contact between Mercury and Libra in your 12th house, squaring Saturn in Capricorn in your 3rd house. And you have had to deal with the way you communicate with others and power plays from structures in your life because of the boundaries you're keeping. But don't let them play with your mind. You're strong. Now, on the 3rd, we're dancing a jig, okay? Because Mercury goes direct in Libra of your 12th house. And you are going to get clear on your thoughts and the direction you want to take with those who work with you behind the scenes. Now again, on the 6th, we have that 3rd aspect between Mercury and Libra in your 12th, squaring Saturn and Capricorn in your 3rd house. And you are having your aha moment of why you have been having communication issues about sharing your thoughts. Now, the 9th, we have the Sun in Scorpio in the 1st house, trine Neptune in Pisces in your 5th house. And you're looking at how you can move forward with your children, dating life, or your creative projects. Now, the 10th finds Mercury moving back into Scorpio, which is your 1st house, to cover the ground it retrograded over. You have found a better way to communicate the depths of who you are and what you have to share. Now, Jupiter is conjunct Pluto in Capricorn in the 3rd house on the 12th of the month, and your communications are expanding. They're growing because you have transformed the way you communicate. People are now listening to you. Now, all I can say is, are you ready to get up out of that chair and dance a jig? Because it is the 13th, and Mars, one of your ruling planets, is moving direct in Aries, which is your 6th house of work and health. You are going to move forward in your work life and with health matters because you know the direction you want to move in, Scorpio. Now, excuse me, I gotta get a drink. Okay. The 14th finds the Sun in Scorpio in your 1st house, sextiling Jupiter in Capricorn in your 3rd house. Now, you are going to have to put the work in here. This is not going to happen without your involvement, but you are moving forward in a positive way in your communications if you put the work in, and that is showing others your true power. Now, on the 15th, we have a new moon in Scorpio in your 1st house, and this is your moon. You get to create a list of anything you want to accomplish or change in your life and focus on it, Scorpio, and go for it because you get to reinvent your life and to be what you want to be. Now, also on the 15th, we have Venus in Libra in your 12th house, squaring Pluto in Capricorn in the 3rd house. And you are using your charm on those things that are a part of you, even if others aren't happy with the way you communicate and think. You have dealt with your demons and you know your direction. Now, the 23rd finds Mercury in Scorpio in the 1st, trining Neptune in Pisces in your 5th house. And you are inspiring others deeply with your emotional words that are showing those how creative you really are. Now, we have the Sun in Sagittarius in the 2nd, trine Chiron in Aries in your 6th house on the 26th. And your financial goals are making you look at your work life in a healthy way. Now, the 27th brings us to Mercury in Scorpio in the 1st, sextiling Pluto in Capricorn in the 3rd. And again, you're going to have to work to make this happen. If you don't put the effort in, if you're not willing to make that change, then it won't. But if you are, the changes you make in your communication style will allow you to communicate with others in an honest way without going over the top. Now, next on the 27th, we have Venus in Scorpio in your 1st house, sextiling Uranus in Taurus in your 7th house. And the electric sparks are flying. The sex could be out of the world in a literal sense. And you are showing others your true self in all your raw honesty. And that is going to bring changes to your partnerships. Next, we are dealing with Mercury in Scorpio in the 1st, sextiling Jupiter in Capricorn in the 3rd house on the 28th. And again, if you put the work in, it will change. But if you don't, it won't. It'll stay the same. And if you put that work in, you are going to be looking at the big picture of your plans when you communicate. You have learned there is power in thought out communication, not just spouting off your words. Now, we end the month with the lunar eclipse at 9 degrees Gemini in your 8th house. Now, this means it is transformation time. You are going to go in deep and deal with the things that have left scars on others. You also could be dealing with a will or other people's finances, taxes, real estate. But it's time to rise from the ashes like the phoenix that you are. Now, I am, for the month of November, using the goddess cards. And for November, I drew Hestia. And in astrology, we know her as Vesta. She represents our home and how we keep the home fires burning. You are in alignment with your true self. And when you are aligned with who you are, and you have the heart that helps to bring the positive out in others, Hestia was the first and the last of Cronus's children. That is Saturn in astrology. And she was the first swallowed and the last to leave the pits of his belly. She was the ultimate virgin. She was the one who always gave of the best of herself to others. She was the keeper of the home and the caregiver. Doing the simple things in life right now is what is called for you. The big answers will come while taking care of the small task. Get rid of the things that hold negative memories for you. It's time to clean house, literally and metaphorically. When you get rid of the negative, it is funny how life comes together. And remember, Hestia, also Vesta, gave her throne up as an Olympian goddess to Aries, but in her giving that throne away, Zeus made her the goddess of the home and hearth, and she rules fire, the fires that give us warmth. And she wanted the new because she had always been the caregiver of her brothers and sisters, and she wanted more for herself. So go get the more and leave behind the things that hold negative memories for you. It's time to be you. Now, as you can see, Scorpio, November is going to bring you a lot of changes in store for you. So just remember in all of this that the spirit is beautiful and so are you. I will see you soon and hope many blessings are delivered to you this month. I'll see you soon.